All right, let's dive in. Today, we are decoding the wealth blueprint from a guy who's basically a modern-day titan of both tech and thought, Naval Ravikant. We're going to break down his entire framework for what financial freedom actually looks like in this digital age.
Now, you've probably heard the name. Maybe you know him as the founder of AngelList, or as an early investor in absolute giants like Uber and Twitter. But here's the thing about Naval. He's so much more than a tech guy. He's really become a leading philosopher for the internet generation, mixing this timeless wisdom with super sharp, modern strategy.
So what is this famous blueprint everyone talks about? It all kicked off with this legendary tweet storm he posted called "How to Get Rich Without Getting Lucky." And look, this is not about some get-rich-quick scheme. Not at all. It's a whole new system for thinking about value. Let's start with the very first principle.
So the first, and honestly probably the most important step in Naval's whole blueprint, is to just redefine what wealth even is. He makes this point that most of us are out here chasing the wrong thing entirely. And if your target is off, well, you're never going to hit the bullseye, right?
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. We often get confused and chase status, which is just a rank in the social pecking order. And that's a zero-sum game. For you to go up, somebody else has to go down. But wealth? That's totally different. That's having assets that are out there earning for you while you're sleeping. It's a positive-sum game. We can all create new things and we can all become wealthier together.
And this quote just brilliantly lays out the trap that so many of us are in. It doesn't matter if you're a top lawyer or a barista. If your income totally depends on the hours you clock in, you're just on a treadmill. Your inputs are literally changed to your outputs. To build any kind of real, lasting wealth, you absolutely have to break that chain. So, okay, if trading your time for money is a trap, how in the world do you escape? Well, the answer isn't to just work harder, it's to work differently. And that brings us to the second big principle, finding and then really developing your own unfair advantage.
Now, at the very heart of this advantage is a concept Naval calls specific knowledge. This isn't something you learn in a classroom or get a fancy certificate for. No, it's that unique thing at the intersection of your genuine curiosity and your passion. Like he says, it's the stuff that feels like play to you but looks like work to others. That right there, that's your superpower. And it's something that can't be taught or automated away.
And this is exactly how that specific knowledge becomes your personal fortress. When you build a skill, or even a whole business, around something you are authentically, genuinely obsessed with, competition just becomes irrelevant. Why? Because nobody on the planet can compete with you at being you. Authenticity is the ultimate, unbeatable edge. But how do you actually develop this kind of knowledge? Well, Naval's pretty clear that it's not about super narrow job training. It's about building a really broad foundation of understanding. He's a huge fan of reading foundational texts from all kinds of different fields. History, philosophy, biology. The idea is that by becoming a learning machine, you start to connect ideas in ways that literally nobody else can. Okay, so you've found your specific knowledge, you've identified your superpower. But look, a unique skill is only half the equation. A superpower is pretty useless if it only affects one person at a time. This brings us to the third massive piece of the blueprint, amplifying your impact through the power of leverage. If you look at history, leverage just kind of evolved. The very first form was labor, just having people work for you. Huge fortunes were built on that. Then came capital, using money to make more money. This created the entire investor class, but right now, we are in a completely new era of leverage. And this is where the whole game changes. The new forms of leverage are code and media, and their revolutionary power comes down to one single word. They are permissionless. You don't need anyone's permission anymore. You don't need an investor's money or a boss's approval to build something and distribute it. From your laptop, right now, you can write code or create media that can reach millions of people. This is the great equalizer of our time. It's incredible. So we've covered the what, which is specific knowledge, and we've covered the how, which is leverage. But Naval's philosophy wouldn't be complete without asking the biggest, most important question of all: why? This final section gets into the ultimate goal, because let's be honest, without a clear purpose, building wealth is just a pointless game. And here's the twist. The whole pursuit of wealth, according to Naval, is, well, it's a bit of a paradox. The desire for money is what drives you, it pushes you. But once you actually get it, you have this realization that the money itself, that was never the real prize.
This is the core insight. This is the whole point. The ultimate goal isn't the money, it's the freedom. Wealth is just the tool that buys you your time back. the freedom from having to be somewhere you don't want to be. The real endgame is to use that freedom to earn the things that money can never, ever buy: a calm mind, a fit body, and a house full of love.
So if you had to boil this entire brilliant philosophy down to just 2 words, it would be these: productize yourself. Take your specific knowledge, your unique, authentic self, and combine it with the incredible leverage of code or media to serve the world at scale. That's it. It's the synthesis of everything we've just talked about.
And so we're going to end with a question for you to really think about. What is that unique intersection of your talents and your curiosities? What feels like play to you but looks like work to everybody else? And how can you apply leverage to that one thing to share it with the world? The answer to that question? Well, that's your blueprint.